So what is up, YouTube? Way Twin Cousins Reptiles, and just decided to do a cool live video on just kind of chilling in the reptile room. I just decided to do a live. Um, Recently, just did make two videos. Actually, it should be coming out soon. One I'll probably put out after this. One I might remake. But I did learn how to use the new little camera that I told you guys about. And yeah, I did have the blizzard out because up here in the Northeast, it is a blizzard basically. It's like in the negatives. I think it's like -2 outside right now here. I don't even know, but it's just really, really cold. What's up, Jason's Ireland? Uh, what's going on? But yeah, just chilling in the reptile room. Um, that video will be coming out after this. I'll probably upload it. Also, make sure to go check up on the new tour video. Uh, I'm able to get any leopard gecko out right now, but all the ball pythons just day to day. So not trying to get any of them out. Um, but I also might do some more filming on the fish tanks and that later. That might be pretty cool. Possibly even some species profiles. I know my friend Creature Keeping that used to, I think it was Creature Keeping that did that on his old channel. He did a lot of like the species profiles. I might do like a few of those. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna put this guy away. Um, and yeah, right now with the leopard geckos, we're starting to get ready for the breeding season. Trying to make sure everyone is ample and has a pretty good weight to start with to start off the breeding season. Um, but yeah, we have 3 people I think watching now. I'm gonna put this girl away. Actually, this is a girl. I'm gonna put away the blizzard and get a different gecko out. But yeah, the tour video so far is doing pretty well. Got out one of the tangerine carrot-tail baldies. It's probably a tangerine carrot-tail baldy. I mean, um, other than that, not too much going on in the reptile room. Fed all the geckos and all that today. Did all my water changes except for my razorback musk tank, my yellow belly slider map turtle tank, and my softshell turtle tank. So basically all the turtle tanks I just need to clean. And I'll probably do that tomorrow because it will probably be even colder here tomorrow. So chances are no school then. What's up, TJ's Fish and Reptiles? Yeah, I just saw you over on the DCR live stream. I was planning on like doing a live earlier today. I like saw his. I didn't like want to do it at the same time as his, so I like watched his for a good while. And eventually start my own. I know Aquarium Co-op is doing one too, so DCR is doing another one now in the reptile on the ball python, I guess. So a lot of ball python people are over there. A lot of our fish people that are more in the fish are over at Aquarium Co-ops. Uh, TJ's Reptile and Fish, just chilling. Beautiful and gorgeous leopard gecko. Thanks a lot. Um, but yeah. Currently, I do think I probably am only going to be breeding the ones I have right now in the season. I might get 1 or 2 more, but like quarantining and all that, at this point, there's really not too much point in getting anything new for this breeding season. Maybe for the next season, though. Um, but yeah, I have a lot of my max nose. My max nose are just getting to the point where they will be ready for the breeding season. I had a lot that were like just at the point, like by the end of the breeding season last year, that I decided not to breed last year. So yeah, I'll have one, two, three, three, four, five. Yeah, potentially 12 females, depending on how many grow anywhere between 10 and 12 for this breeding season. So this girl was just ready. She was one of the ones actually was just ready at the end of the breeding season. Actually, no, she's ready halfway through. So I got three clutches from her. Two successful. One was infertile. Um, but yeah, her babies all did pretty well. I still have her daughter up there, the normal. Um, so yeah, I'll probably be pairing her at the same male as last year. Trying to get some more cool tangerines. So yeah. But yeah, I probably will move over to the aquariums and vivariums as well. Um, Betta breeding, I have been trying to breed my bettas, but my one male half, actually both of my male half moons, have been pretty lazy recently, and I haven't been wanting to blow bubble nest. So no point of adding a female if there is no nest. Um, but not too much going on with the bettas or the guppies right now. Uh, but yeah, the better shorty is doing really well. I actually did add some cool fish to that too. Um, and right now I'm really getting a lot of ideas on how I'm going to do that tank. So yeah, let me get this light, plug it back in. Okay. So let me flip the camera too. So yeah, this is the 20 long better sorority tank. Um, I added 6 Harlequin Rasboras in here. They do really well with the better sororities, from what I've seen. The main thing I really just don't like about this tank is the fact that it is all fake plants. Really don't like the fake plants nearly as much. Um, I probably will end up uh, taking all these out and adding live plants. Only live plant in there now is the bamboo. And this I said I might weather. Um, but yeah, I think this tank is pretty much full. I might add possibly a few white clouds and a Siamese algae eater or two. I just kind of make it a Siamese tank because they are all Southeast Asian fish, Siamese fighting fish, and Harlequin rasbora. The only thing that isn't Asian fish, or Asian species, I should say, are the 4 dwarf frogs in here. And this is kind of a good tank for them, especially if I do have like a algae eater in here because they are prone to jump, so I have to keep the water lower for both. So yeah, I usually like to keep the water a little bit higher, but this tank I always have to keep it a little lower. Just watch for that. So yeah, with the vivarium, still not too much going on with that. I did plant all the plants in the ground. Still need to add more gravel to this. That plant's doing well. That plant up there is kind of falling out. I need to go back in, fix that when I get a chance. This tank here, um, the 29. What's up, Ponce? Reptile vlog. Just kind of chilling in the reptile room. Just taking advantage of a day off school to do a live stream. It's too cold here for school today or tomorrow, so I'll probably um, be up for a little while just watching other people's videos on YouTube. Uh, and possibly, I'm not sure how long I have uh, this live stream going on, but I'll see. Same here. Uh, yeah, I know it's definitely affecting, I think, the whole Northeast. I haven't watched the news or anything. All I know is everyone's talking about it's in the negatives. And I looked it up like earlier today. It's just British outside. I think here it's like -2, I think, but that's why I put the blizzard as the thumbnail for the video because it's cold outside. Um, but in here I got the Gouramis, the Serpe Tetra, and the Bleeding Heart Tetra. Two smaller Bleeding Hearts. I'm still waiting for them to grow up a bit more. The Gouramis and the Serpe I actually might put in a slightly larger tank. I couldn't breathe with -60 over here. Wow, -60. That's really cold. What area is that in? Just curious. Um, but I might actually end up moving the Grammys and the Serpe. Chicago. Okay, Chicago definitely. I hear it gets really cold. Um, but yeah, I might move the Grammys and the Serpe into a 36 temporarily slash, I guess, kind of long term for a few months. The only thing is, I really don't want to do it until I have to, which isn't the best method, I guess, because the gouramis and the sarpe are a little too aggressive for a lot of the community fish I want to put in here. Um, so I need to move them out. In that tank, eventually, we do want to do saltwater stuff with that tank. And I've been keeping it empty for like 2 years now from this point, anticipating that we're going to start the saltwater stuff. Now, probably in the next 3 or 4 months, actually might be starting the saltwater. Um, what's up, ZTK Reptiles? Just kind of doing a live stream. But yeah, recently I did, as I said, get some really cool underwater footage of these guys with the new little camera. I will be uploading it. It's not really all that well in color. I just need to figure out how to upload it. And then I love saltwater, me too. Um, but yeah, saltwater. Um, I work at a fish store actually, so like a lot of the people in there will go in, and it's really interesting to um, different people asking about saltwater versus freshwater. A lot of people, what's up, Matthew? Hey, Twin Cousins Reptiles. I got new NEO and Cryptanthus pups. If you need any more, uh, they'll be ready to plant in a couple months. Okay, that's really cool. I'll definitely see. I'll talk to you sometime later, possibly tomorrow. Bromeliads, bow front. Yeah, it's a 36 bow front tank. But yeah, but Matthew, I meant to also show you. I currently have this bromeliad in here, and this is the name of this plant. The Dendro Hollow suggested that one up there, and I have a small bromeliad that's kind of I planted there. I need to go back in and fix pretty soon, but yeah. And also, Repti collab. I'm gonna do like a new video for that eventually too. We just did a whole lot of stuff with Repti collab. What we did is we're going to we took all the old videos off there and decided to just do like a fresh start for Repti collab. So yeah, we're gonna do it with an easier way. Dion did a video on how to send the video to Repti collab for that. So go check that out over on the Repti collab channel. But yeah. But yeah, saltwater, kind of getting back to what I was saying with that's nice. Um, saltwater, yeah, a lot of people, I'm just all over the place. I'm, yeah, on doing a vid for the collab. Okay, definitely. I'm not even sure which way Dion even said to uh, send a video, but it's over on the thing. I know if you like, if it's a shorter video, you can send it through Google Hangouts. That seemed to work pretty well. Bolivia's, I'm not sure how well that will work. Very nice peperoma. It's very hearty. Also, the vermiliad up top looks like a wild tiger. Good luck with the collab. I'll probably join in a month or so. Really cool. We'll be waiting for you to join. I've checked. I really like that new deck gecko. I didn't see like I haven't had the one app IMO for a while, but you sent it on there, and it's a really cool day gecko. What am I saying? Really cool baby day gecko. That was really cool. How many baby day geckos did you get, Matthew? I have 5 now. Need it? No, I'm good. Day gecko is really cool, but right now I don't do any. I don't have any like vertical 6 more coming. um, I'll see that definitely right now. I'm not too familiar with day geckos and that. Don't even keep cresses at the time, the moment. But eventually I may. I'm not sure. I thought about actually doing a putting like up above this like a shelf or something. Eventually, probably not now, because it's kind of just like the only spot in the whole reptile room that I guess I do kind of have space. I thought it might be cool to like put a vertical tank of some sort, like 2 or 3 vertical exoteras, or if not converted 20 longs or something like that up there. One for probably anoles and tree frogs. Other one for crested geckos. And then maybe one for, I don't know, day geckos or Amazon milk. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'll kind of see as I do that, but that's probably not going to be for a good while. Hey man, do you know where the spider ball pythons are banned? Actually, I do not know exactly like what states. If you that's what you mean. Um, I actually haven't. I do know in like I do know that in certain places they are banned, but I don't know exactly where they're banned. That is a good question. I can look that up for you, and I'll try to tell you some. I'll leave it in your comment though. I guess if I can't find the answer to that, but a lot of places I don't think that many places do have them banned. Um, I know they're definitely not banned in my state. I see them all the time, um, but I'm not actually sure if they are banned anywhere in the U.S. or if like there are it is state by state rules on that. But I know my state doesn't have any rules on that for leopard geckos or ball pythons. I know that they do ban. Okay, because I was looking and at some and didn't know. But yeah, the spider thing. Um, it definitely doesn't. We really don't know like the spider wobble. We really don't. My opinion on it is we really don't know how the animal, if it affects anything else neurologically with the animal. We just know from its behavior it does that a lot when it's like off balance. So I personally wouldn't breed it. Would I keep a spider? Yes. But would I breed a spider? No. Um, I don't think. My personal philosophy on it is I wouldn't want to breed anything that would have a chance of a living a life like that. If it is suffering, if not, I really don't know. It's a really complicated issue. Uh, but I really do like the spider morph. It's a really cool morph. But that's the one unfortunate thing about it. All spiders do have that. Kind of the same thing with enigmas. I know enigma and leopard geckos. They kind of have the they will spin in circles and that they have a neurological issue. Enigmas I really don't like at all. Spiders I would keep a spider, but probably wouldn't breed a spider. If it's like a rehum, if I had to ever rehum a spider, I'd probably do that. But I don't know. That's a really good question. Actually, I think I heard that they're banned some different countries in Europe, but I'm really not too sure on that. So don't take my word for it. But I will look into it and leave a comment on your channel, on your most recent video, on, I guess, where they're banned at. What else? Matthew, if you're still there, alrighty then. Okay. What am I doing? Flipping the camera. I will be planning my whole Asian tank. So right now I just have bamboo in here. Um, I'm probably going to be putting a few different species in here. I do know you said something about Java moss. The Java moss, I've thought about that for my guppy breeders, but the Java moss I know like it'll grow like crazy. Java fern I might use. But that's the one thing. Other than that, this is a really nice tank. The only thing I don't like about it, it's all fake plants. I will be planting this tank and adding a few more plants to this tank. I have a few Amazon swords in here. Actually, an Anubias, which is an African plant. But that's how it is right now. So, but yeah. Uh, Sorry about that. But yeah, today I came home. I cleaned the whole reptile room in actually a pretty reasonable time. I ain't cleaned it super well. But I did my water changes. Um, I didn't clean leopard geckos, but I fed all the leopard geckos, checked their water and calcium dishes. Fed the ball pythons. Um, Actually, I guess I didn't do too much. But still, we need to do a change on the ball pythons later because the mice were actually pretty weird today. Like they got blood all over the place. After they're done, because usually I leave them alone just completely after a day or so. Probably tomorrow morning I'll go in, clean them up. Maybe I probably should. The leopard gecko tanks aren't looking super bad at this point, but I might need to do a cleaning on them too pretty soon. Um, but I got all the fish stuff done, and Simon definitely needs done because his tank is getting pretty bad. There's a lot of algae in there. But yeah, nice. I recommend Anubias, Nana, Pedite, Crypto, Corony, and Sus. Yeah, you told me this. Sus. What? I can't pronounce half of these for the Asian tank. Okay, I'm going to actually write that down. Um, I'll have paper. I got it in the card. Nubius. Okay. And when I clean the tank for Bella slash Kaya, I do the whole tank. Yeah. Well, I do. I don't think I know Taya's done a video on how she cleans her tanks. It's kind of like a real quick, fast forward video. Um, when I do mine, sometimes I just kind of spot clean every other week, and no, actually that's yeah every other week, and depending on how bad the tanks are, sometimes every week I'll take everything out and clean it real well. Um, Sometimes I'll. It just kind of really depends on as needed. I really don't let them get too dirty before I do take everything out and clean. But the one thing is, especially if the males, you don't want to take everything out and clean it too often. You don't want it to be uh, filthy, but you do want it to be because the males, if you go through cleaning everything super frequently, the males go through and they lay scent trails down, so you don't want to really disturb them too much. So I wouldn't recommend doing like a complete clean. Um, like every day. If you did that, that wouldn't be a good idea. But I do a lot of spot cleaning. Right now, my spot cleaning's a little off. I haven't done that. But I do spot cleaning probably every 2 days, every 3 days. Um, but yeah. Uh, what else has been going on? Um, Not too much going on with the turtles, other than the fact that I need to Suswaswar Washrating are very hard to pronounce. It is a slow growing mossy plant that does well in a lot of freshwater tanks. Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down. I'll look for it. Yeah, I'll definitely see if I can find some. Um, I just clean on Saturdays, but I clean the bathroom corner every 2 days. Yeah, that's definitely really good. Yeah, because you said you have Bella's a female, and you said Kai is a female as well, right? Or because I remember that Bella's you said it's definitely a female, and you said Kai is a female, I guess. Yeah. Um, so yeah, the females it doesn't it. What am I saying? I'm choking. The females it doesn't bother as much, but the males it does. I don't even know what I just did there. I feel like the one scene on the game plan where the where he has the cinnamon. That's what it sounded like almost. What's up, Twin Cousins Reptiles? Benjamin Exotics. What's going on? Just kind of doing a live stream since we are kind of not really snowed in, but iced in because it's like in the negatives. Um, it's like between 0 and 1. So my school, we don't have school today, and we likely don't have school tomorrow. So yeah, I got the blizzard out for that. Uh, Agree. And I guess if it's ever a snow day, I'll get out the max snows. It's been icy, yeah. It has. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure because I don't really watch the news, but I know it's definitely been really bad. I know all over the Northeast. Um, it was negative 30 with wind chill in Ohio today. Yeah, the wind chills was even worse. The actual temperature with wind chill, I think it's like negative like 10 or something here, depending on the hour. I think it's like negative 15 in the one part of my city earlier today, but I'm not too sure on it. So, uh, but yeah, I do have that new video. How to tell you for leopard gecko is a male or female coming out. Ouch! Good luck, Ben. And I have the. I'm gonna be doing one on how to weigh a leopard gecko later on, probably tomorrow. I'll do that. Um, I also have the one, the underwater footage from the 29-gallon that I'll do. And whenever I do move the Grommies over to the at Matthew Birds LOL, um, I'll probably do a video on setting up that tank. I definitely will use a good bit of water from the one tank to start it. But all right, man, I've got to go have dinner with the family. Peace. I'll definitely look up the. I'm gonna write that down too. This is how I organize my life. A bunch of note cards. Bye, Ponce. I'm gonna look up Spider BP legality by states slash countries. I don't know what my dog is barking at, but it's not sound good. That's the other thing, especially if you have like dogs and cats. Definitely in this type of weather, don't. I'm not even. We really don't even hardly take the dog outside. We put him on a leash because he normally just has like a runner that we put him on and he could go out. Today we just put him on a leash so he wouldn't even be out there, and just took him right off the porch and just let him go, and him do his business. Brought him back in because it's way too cold. So yeah, bring your pets inside because it is cold and getting colder. But yeah, I guess back to the wall I was discussing earlier. I might eventually do possibly one if I do like a if I do three, I might do one or two that are crusted. I might do one that's green and all, one that's brown and all, and a few tree frogs of different species with each. I'm not sure, but I'll see. But that will be in the very distant future if I do that. I have a whole lot of other stuff going with other lizard species. I might eventually get into the hobby with. One being, I guess I'll probably announce the other one. I guess if I do it later. Um, but yeah, some really cool species hopefully coming soon. Um, Let me get out some geckos. Should I get out? But yeah, this guy is really starting to get heavy. This guy get out in a lot of live streams, but he is the after reverse stripe male, and he is probably the nicest leopard gecko I bred last season, and definitely he's the only one other than whoa, okay, got him. He started jumping. He's the only one other than my normal female that I still have held back. Um, but yeah, I maybe I'll try out a Allison and all, very rare but not hard to keep. Very nice gecko BTW. Allison and all actually I've never heard of. I'll have to look that up too. But let me put him in a holding container for a second and I'll write it down. Organized life with a bunch of note cards. But yeah, that's definitely one way I do decide to what videos I'm going to be doing. You gonna come up? Cause yeah, um, recently I probably will be doing a lot more just like regular videos because I have been like for the past I don't know maybe since like November a lot of my videos have been live stream slash videos. I haven't been doing like as many actual like content videos. So that's kind of what I'm gonna get back into doing. Especially like the one how to tell the difference between male and female leopard geckos, weighing geckos. I'll probably be doing a whole playlist on how to breed leopard geckos, um, and because it is a really difficult topic, I probably will do that as a few videos. I've been looking at a lot of other, talking to a lot of breeders to get as much information as possible. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll recommend people to Sosobic Reptiles. He has a really good playlist on breeding leopard geckos. Um, so yeah, I learned a lot of my stuff from him and David's fine geckos. But those are people that really aren't in the hobby now. Um, so yeah, they still have really good videos on taking some of those methods and a good bit of different knowledge has been learned since then. So like some stuff there isn't quite as I know it's really just a whole bunch of complicated topics on leopard geckos that I'll get into, break down, and yeah. Um, but what else? I'll keep watching these two tanks. This one, whenever I do like light on this one, the Asian tank is really cool to watch, especially all the betas, and just really cool to watch all the different colors of betas interacting. Um, but yeah. How are your Max snows? They are doing pretty well. Actually, I had one of them in the video earlier, as well as him, that I'll be posting after this. Um, I'm gonna get them out. But yeah, so far, looks like I have two females, one male. But yeah, they are all doing really, really well. Um, biggest one still my this female right here. She's always been the most dominant as well. Um, she's around 30-35 grams, so she possibly will be ready for breeding by the breeding season. She puts on a little bit more weight. Come on. Yeah, they always love to do that. The other two are a little bit smaller. This is the male. Ooh. Right here. And the other female, she doesn't look like she will be ready by this breeding season. But we'll see. If he's actually not ready by the next breeding season, I do have my Max Snow male that can breed it. The female too, if she's ready, and that'll be Max Snows. So that is how the Max Snows are doing. Uh, Plans are still in place for the pool for Simon, but let me move from the leopard geckos to, I guess, the turtles. I'm not sure. I'll be right back. Okay, see, I'll get some turtles out. I'm back. Okay, what's up, Ponce? Oh, Benjamin's Exotic's back too. Okay, so you have the two turtles, well, the yellow belly slider. I think he's now. She actually is around. Welcome back, Ponce and Ben. I think she's around almost 85, 90 grams even. So she's really getting bigger. Because for a while she was this small when I got her. She started to get really big really quickly. Thanks, Matthew. But yeah, welcome back to the live stream. The map still is growing slowly but surely. Um, Recently, actually, I got this thing, this little turtle necklace made out of wood that I really like because I usually wear one of turtles look nice and healthy, sweet. Benjamin's Exotics, thumbs up. Um, but yeah, I usually wear one of Crazy Horse. Um, so yeah, I recently decided to get one that's a turtle, just to keep reptiles close to my heart, because reptiles are a major part of my life. Uh, I also just a really cool conversation starter. Um, so yeah, that's why I have the turtle necklace swinging around. Um, but yeah, I need to go through and clean a lot of their stuff tomorrow. You got that? I got my yin and yang necklace. Yeah, I usually keep the one of Crazy Horse. Yeah, Crazy Horse. I used to actually have one. It's a medicine wheel too. So, but I do need actually some more video suggestions. Because I know breeding. Got a comment on Facebook, which I hadn't checked in a long time, talking about suggestions on how to breed leopard geckos and a list of different stuff. I'm gonna put these guys back. Okay. And like different list of stuff that they basically you should get to start breeding leopard geckos. They're talking about as like it really depends on like what scale you want to breed leopard geckos at. Whether you just want to get two leopard geckos or three leopard geckos and breed from that scale, or whether you want to get 40 leopard geckos and like start a whole colony. Yeah, because I want to try for next year's season. Really cool. Um, you have a tangerine and a, maybe you could do few videos on ball python care. I think I do have a ball python care video back a while ago. I might do an update on it eventually. But yeah, ball pythons, I haven't been doing quite as many videos on them. I definitely could do a few more on the ball pythons. I definitely went through like a craze in like the fall slash winter where I went. All I was doing was like ball python stuff. I've gone through like phases like that. Um, Recently, I feel like I have been doing a little bit more of the fish stuff too, because I sometimes I like feel like I do too like more of the reptile stuff or more of the fish stuff, and like really the amphibians like I don't know like the amphibians are like kind of in the middle, like the stuff like the dwarf frogs and that I keep in with the fish. The axolotl I do his tank changes with the fish. I do different water temperatures. But stuff like the fire bellies or the tiger salamander are a little closer to the reptile side. What are all the leopard gecko morphs you work with? That is a really good question. Uh, Tremper albino, melanistic, Tremper jungle, two super hyper tangerine carrot tail baldies, uh, Tremper jungle, after, I know that's a super hyper tangerine carrot tail baldy, after normal, two bell albinos, actually one bell snow, max snows, uh, Tug Snow, Blizzard over there. So yeah, mostly Tremper albinos and tangerines, I guess. A few Max Snows, um, and a lot of like after Tremper Snow stuff. Maybe make a list of all uh, the morphs you have. Just suggestions though. Yeah, that's one of the things I was doing, like the Morph Monday. I might eventually try to restart that too. I think Um, I did Tremper albinos, Bell albinos, blizzards. Um, what else? I did Max Snows and Bell and Tug Snows. Uh, and I think I did Carrot Tail for the second season. And I just kind of like ended at that, which was real weird. But that's kind of like I wasn't doing videos quite as much then. Man, you got a lot more than me. Bella is a Max Snow albino tangerine, and Kaya is starting to look more like a super snow albino. Okay. Um, Max Snow. Okay. But yeah, um, definitely for. I might eventually do maybe reverse stripe or tangerine or like some one individual polygenic trait. You both beat me. Only have one Leah. His spots are just coming in. But yeah, definitely even normal leopard geckos. I've for a long time I didn't have any normals. This leopard gecko actually right here that hatched out was the first normal leopard gecko I actually ever had, which is kind of weird. Um, I don't know, but she's still like even. Sorry, I put the. She's still a really cool leopard gecko. Look at uh, as we call them in the ball python community, classics because they're classic. They're really cool. Um, But yeah, I've went through phases where I was like, I really want to get just a plain normal leopard gecko because they do really have a really cool look to them. Especially if you have like there are like other species of leopard geckos. We have Epularis macularis. My cousin used to have a Epularis fasciolaris actually. Taya. I think if you look way back on the channel, you might be able to find her. I think actually that might have even been before we started the channel. But we bought her. Her first gecko was a Epularis fasciolaris. I think, yes, Epularis fasciolaris. I really like the fasciolaris. I really love the Afghanicus. Um, but yeah, yeah, I feel that normals of any animal don't get enough credit. They are beautiful. That's one of the things I really, especially of just of all animals, two snakes even. My favorite morph of Samboa is just the normal. Um, that's one of the really cool animals I may eventually get. I don't have any goal plans on getting one now, but in the future, I really would like to get a Samboa. I wouldn't want to get any specific morph. I just want to get a normal because I love just the black and orange pattern like that. It's a really cool pattern. Um, red tail boas, you know where I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but I think Matthew, you know where I volunteer at the red tail boa there. Normals there are my favorite morph. Um, yeah, they're cool. They're a good starter boa. Red tail boas. My favorite morph of red tail are actually sunglows, I guess. Sunglows. But my other two following that are the hypo, which isn't too fancy of a what am I saying? Boa constrictor morph. Um, and the normal too. Those are my three favorites. Um, Eventually, I might want to get those free one day when I'm in a different house. I can't currently keep any large snakes here right now. Large and really a ball python probably, but still do keep a lot of really cool things here. So we'll see. They're really good. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Samboas, really do like them too a lot. Um, I don't know. My three favorite snakes or that I would like to keep other than ball pythons, I guess. Red tails, which are a lot harder to keep because especially like the size, uh, that factor, you do need to have another person around you to keep them. So I'll see about that in the future. Um, Samboas uh, and milk snakes. I think Samboas have a lot of potential. Unfortunately, it is currently illegal to import Kenyans from Africa where they live, which is why we only have a handful of morphs. Actually, I wasn't too sure on like. I've actually never heard of that band, but that's probably for good reasoning. Definitely, uh, that is true, especially if like ball pythons. People did import a lot of different wild type ball pythons from West Africa, from people in Ghana, Togo, people like that locally bred them, and that's how we did get a lot of our ball python morphs from wild, uh, basically wild genes that came in, whether they were physically presented in the snake or came through time of breeding. But yeah, with stuff like what am I saying? Stuff like Samboas, even Kenyan Samboas, definitely might have a lot more potential if there were uh, more imports. Not that I like imports. Definitely importing anything that's wild caught. It's really bad for the environment, but definitely does have the uh, really cool genes in it. So it's definitely pros and cons, but definitely probably are good reasonings for import bans. But really complicated subject. I'm thinking of making a 50 to 75 bioactive tank for dart frogs. A tank that size would be perfect for a red tail boa. uh, yeah, that's. I honestly like to see them kept in something a little bit bigger than that. It could fit a red tail. I think that's still a little tight for red tail. I honestly like to see them in really, really big, since they are big snakes. Plus wild caught, yeah, or literally from the wild and hard to tame, yeah. So like, there's really a lot of cons to importing from the wild. Importing from the wild for that one reason, definitely not always the best idea. Uh, Matthew Birds. Oh, it's okay. But yeah, definitely. That's definitely. I do want to see that tank. That will be a really cool bioactive tank. Uh, sorry. Okay. It's cool. But yeah, I do want to see that bioactive tank. Um, really, really cool. What species of dart do you want to be putting in that tank? Is it bioactive hard to keep up with? Actually, no. Bioactive tanks are basically just like this tank here. I know I've just kind of been sitting around talking to the camera, but this is technically bioactive. And what bioactive does is you have decomposers in here, springtails, isopods, and a bunch of other itty bitty creatures living in here. And then the plants produce oxygen. You add animals in, produce CO2 for the plants to produce oxygen, and it keeps up itself basically. And the only thing you have to do is add water, mist it, and sometimes you could even get like something like a rectifogger to do that, And the only real maintenance you'll ever really have to do on it is when this like part fills up with water, go through and basically just drain all the water out of that, and like wipe the algae off the glass. So bioactive is really cool. Yeah, so I'm trying to do that one bioactive, and eventually a 20 long for Leucomelis. Um, that one's gonna be for Erotis. Uh, so yeah. Also, I might. Oh, then I might get some sort of bioactive for the future. That's really cool. Yeah, they do definitely do really well for a lot of species. Some species, they're a little harder to do. I'm just trying to do these two, probably bioactive. The rest of mine, I'll probably do maintenance on. Uh, I might also, one thing I'll probably end up doing is um, getting, probably setting up a better mealworm colony, trying to breed mealworms again. Because I used to try to breed mealworms with some success, not too much. But every time I try to breed mealworms, basically, I have like it's hard to like keep a colony separate and also like have a colony that I'm feeding to my geckos. So eventually, what I used to do is when I ran out of that, I'd end up dipping into the breeding colony. So I just usually get now like 5,000 a month for feeding. So yeah, and they don't just go to leopard geckos; they do go to some other things in here. Sometimes I'll give the turtles a few. Um, every once in a while, the ones that are shedding, like the white mealworms, I'll give them to the firebellies or whiskers. Um, so yeah, and even the razorbacks too. I didn't even try to breed my feeder insects; they just did on their own. That's definitely really good. Um, I think that actually did kind of happen, I guess, with my mealworms too. I kept the one in like just in a drawer. As to start using like the other one. But I did do a video a long time ago on how to breed mealworms, um, and how to breed crickets too. Crickets didn't take off all too well. I've had very limited success with crickets. A bit more success with mealworms, but haven't been breeding mealworms recently. Actually, thinking of that, let me switch over to uh, this tank. See, I used to keep a lot of guppies in this tank. There used to be tons of guppies. No, it's definitely not the cleanest right now. Filters off because of the video. But there are only actually one guppy in the pool. When I cleaned it out the one time, it went from having like 100 guppies. Because I used to actually, when I go like do like a full water change on it, and clean like the entire pool, which I did like once every 2 months. Uh, I'd usually actually find 100, maybe even 100 guppies, 60, 70 guppies. Now, the one time I just like, after I added the map, I found like 20 the one time and then eventually just one. So I had to pull some out of the musk tank for, um, to just restart because there's one female that was pretty heavy. I took, I think, two more males and three more females, so I have six in there now. It went down to four, and like now I don't even know how many I have in there. Might need to add some more. I might be able to replenish itself. But I've been keeping an eye on it. I might have had a new litter in there. But this one actually started getting low too. But actually, I think this one's starting to get better. I've seen some fry in there. But I saw two new messages. I've been talking. Just kind of rambling on. I haven't read the two new messages. Ponce Reptile Vlog. For crickets, they breed for me when I put EcoArf in their tank. I'm back. I might get a powder blue Tinctoris in that 50 to 75 I mentioned earlier. I mean 60 to 70 I mentioned earlier. Powdered tinctorius, those are really cool. Um, yeah, a lot of the tinctorius I really do like. Um, if I were to get a different type, I'm not sure what type I would get other than the Auratus and Leucomelis, but for right now, I'm just going to do those two. Um, Starting with the Auratus, eventually a 20-gallon Leucomelis tank. Uh, but yeah, I really do want to see the product of that after it's done. Sounds really cool. Um, but what else? May eventually get another. I've been always been talking about getting another VP since the last two, Mojave and Lester. Eventually, hopes. I have to see, but uh, I don't even know. What am I even doing right now? Uh, this is why I always hate doing that. This is the one thing about live streams I always end up doing. Just sitting back thinking what to even say, what to start discussing. But yeah, the feeders didn't have too much success with that. My breeder guppies, I haven't been breeding as many strands. I've been trying to start that back up. It's all right, man. um, but yeah, I currently have the three cobras. I have two females, one tuxedo blue, one red cobra. So I'll have to see if that start up that all downstairs in the basement. I just need to get some more 5 gallons for that. But we're not trying. Like I can't do like that's the thing I keep mentioning like everything at all once. Right now I'm focusing mostly on the Roddy's tank. That's focused for right now. So after that I'll probably end up doing a bit more of aquatics than probably the BP stuff. Um, Trying to finish up that one Asian tank. But yeah, and then probably by the time spring rolls around, get Simon's stock tank ready. But yeah, I'm gonna get some animal out. You guys tell me which one. I guess I just got the turtles out. Ball pythons I can't get out. Uh, don't have the gloves to get amphibians out, so I guess I'm stuck with geckos. That's what I guess I'll do. I'll move to Miguel's tank. So yeah, Miguel just did his logs move because I did tank change on that. Actually, before I even do the Asian stuff, I'm going to probably try to get him a 20 long at least right now because this 10 gallon he's really been outgrowing. I started him out in a 16 quart when he was itty bitty, but right now he's starting to outgrow this. Which really starting to get ridiculous. So I really need to get him a 20 long. So yeah, hopefully gonna be upgrading Miguel's tank. Currently has this tube in here that I put in there for him. He used to have this old one, which I'll probably be putting back in there when it's a 20 long. But he is when I got him last year. He was just a baby, so he is about a year, a little over a year, about a year and a half. So yeah, he's still a grown axolotl, but uh, still he's definitely getting to a pretty good size. I do weigh him. Last time I weighed him, he was 45 grams. For a while, like I was trying to like compare him to Whiskers' weight. Whiskers was like 20. He was at like 19 or 18, and then like Whiskers jumped up to 30 because Whiskers' weight jumps up and down depending on how much he feels like eating, depending on what time it is. He eats a lot. He usually takes everything. Sometimes, like in the winter, he doesn't take quite as much. But Miguel is definitely growing a lot more. He'll be a lot bigger than Whiskers is actually. So yeah. Sounds good. Um, but yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a cup of water just because my mouth is starting to get dry. So I'm going to put the camera on the fish tank, I guess, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's probably not the best spot I'll do this fish tank. Okay. Refreshing. Cause yeah, after like an hour or so, just me talking to the camera, I eventually just kind of lose my mind after some point and just kind of start getting for some water and just kind of going off onto whatever basically, um, and just kind of like thinking of what to talk about or just kind of rambling on. Uh, but how has everything else been with you guys as reptiles? Kaya got bigger and Bella is hunting again. That's pretty good. Do you know how much they weigh in grams? Because I think I saw the last video. They're starting to get definitely a lot bigger. But yeah, uh, I don't know where my other gram scale is, but I eventually, before I had like a small like folding gram scale I got for $8. It like really, what it did was like it weighed like the geckos. It said like the geckos weighed like 300 something grams. Like you'd have to put something that was literally a gram on the scale, and it like divided by like 4 and like or by like 6 I think it was, and like that would show you the actual weight of the geckos. And it's real weird. And so I got this one. Ever since I got this one, the weights have all been pretty accurate. Um, Kaya won't stay on the scale, and Bella reached adult weight. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing I do like about this one because I was using this earlier in the one video. You can use it kind of like if you are like need to observe your geckos. It kind of has a spot for them to. I use this for my geckos and my ball pythons, my turtles, my pretty much all my any of my animals. I've used it for Whiskers, Miguel, turtles, anything that you can really weigh. Goes up to 10 pounds. So yeah, this is a really good product. Yeah, another thing thinking of eventually doing. I think it's out of batteries right now. That's the only thing that's bad about it. You do it to change the battery sometimes, which is worth it. So I was thinking of actually doing a video of like 5 things or like 3 things or 10 things that you probably would need for, I guess, keeping slash breeding leopard geckos. Kind of like the list that the guy on Facebook mentioned, gram scale. Uh, One thing that I did recently do with the fish stuff is I got a siphon because before I was like doing all my water changes by basically cup and a bucket, so it's definitely a lot easier, and a lot less. It takes it's a lot less time consuming just using a siphon. So that's what I did. Now I got the siphon, so I do my water changes a lot easier and a lot more efficiently. Um, I would watch that. But yeah, I was thinking definitely gram scale. Other things you definitely need for breeding leopard geckos. I was trying to think of what else. I had like a list somewhere. Uh, Definitely just making a note card. I don't remember it. Um, but yeah, I feel like at this point I'm just kind of rambling on. But yeah, definitely my red-eyed tree frogs are my peacock day geckos are still breeding, even though I shortened their timer and I have more plants than before. I'm thinking of trying micro propagation again for some pothos. If that works, I might micro propagate some ficus. Really cool. Um, Shortened. Uh, but yeah, it's really cool. Definitely the day gecko, the one you sent me in the. We'll see how it works out. If you do have any more photos of the day geckos, definitely put them into the Google Hangouts group chat, and also Ponce Reptile Vlogs. I think we added you to the Repti Collab Google Hangouts group chat. I think Dion, messaged you about it. But yeah, just definitely download Google Hangouts because a lot of the stuff we're doing on there now, um, and like we have like a whole group chat going on. With my channel, I've been planning on bringing my siblings on it, seeming I make a appearance that appearance on my sisters. Cool. Definitely. I usually do try to. I think I've had my sister in a few of the videos. And this is technically a joint channel between me and my cousin. That's why it's Twin Cousins Reptiles. I have to go now. See you later. Okay, definitely. Just try if you can. If you do have any more photos of the day geckos, just send them to the group chat because we would really would like to see that the baby geckos. The one you sent me in the IMO chat was really cool. I'll see you probably. I think this coming uh, weekend. Um, so yeah, see you. Yeah, I got the memo from King Repti for the Google thing. Yeah, I'll send them. Okay, cool. We will see you, Matthew. I'll definitely have to catch up with you later. I know sometimes I'm really busy. Uh, I'll definitely try to have to make some time catch up with you later. So yeah, thank you for watching, Matthew, and Ponce Reptile Vlogs for the Google Hangouts. Um, it's basically like an app you download. We were doing like I think he's trying to message you to because we were trying to do like the welcome video since we redid that. He was trying to message you about that to see if he could get like we could get you in the new video. That way, uh, but I think we already did the video, so yeah, definitely. If you do want to send shorter videos, you can send them through the Google Hangouts. It's just like an app you can download on Google. And I think it will probably, if you download it, you'll probably already be Google Bing. So yeah. Uh, I didn't get the email till after the video went up. Oh, we'll definitely are still doing a whole lot of cool stuff. I know that download the app. Okay. Um, we're still doing a whole lot of cool stuff. Matthew, also, if you're still here, um, we will be trying to do a live stream for Repti Collab sometime soon. Me and Dion were trying to figure out how to do a live stream because you can't actually use Google Hangouts to do live streams on YouTube. Me and Dion tried it the other week and did do it successfully, kind of, I guess. I had to go like a few seconds after like we started, but he said it did successfully work. So we can now successfully do live streams on Repti Collab. We just have to use one person has to have a laptop. So yeah, definitely we can do that. Matthew, just we can add you. Whoever is in the call, we just have to all like pick a time that works for everyone. That's the only thing. We have to set like a time, and we can all do a huge live stream for Repti Collab. So yeah, that's what some of the cool stuff that's coming out for Repti Collab. Definitely, if you are watching, like this video because I don't think it has any likes yet. Like the live stream. Um, that sounds cool. Definitely is. I know we did it. I've technically been in a like um, video call live stream over on TGH's channel, The Genetic Hunters. Me and Dion were both in one time, and one time Dion, we were gonna both do one. I ended up just being me and the Genetic Hunters. But they do them all the time for like auctions and that type of stuff over there. So we kind of did learn from Ed from TGH how to do that. Definitely go check out TGH. Really cool community. Um, that's where a lot of I know the viewers here from TGH community. Um, but yeah, we'll definitely be trying to do some live streams on there. I know right now we have me, Dion, Ponce, Matthew, Creature Keeping, who just changed his name to Superior Gecko, Crested Reptiles, Reptiles Complete. So we have like 7 or 8 people in the chat. I think that's everyone in the chat. Reptiles Complete, yeah. So 7 people right now in the chat. We will, if you want to be added, just leave a comment under this live stream if you are watching to this point in the live stream. I know a lot of people probably aren't just gonna go watch a 1 hour live stream. But if you are and do decide that you want to join the Repti Collab, go check it out. Welcome video. And what else I even said? um, yeah, definitely. We can add you to the chat if you are watching. I will send a video to the collab soon. Really cool. We definitely don't have any videos other than the welcome video and how to upload a video on there. So yeah, definitely. I don't think I've even watched the how to upload a video yet. How to upload a video. Uh, but definitely watch that because I'm not even sure how Dion said to do it because I know we've had a lot of difficulty with that in the past. If not, if it's a shorter video, you probably can send it through Google Hangouts because I think we've sent like 1 minute videos through there. Like the one I sent was like 1 minute 8 seconds, and it went through successfully. Yeah, I watched that P. I watched that one. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing a live stream tomorrow. Right after this, as I said, I will be doing a uh, I'll be uploading that one leopard gecko video, how to tell the difference between male and female leopard geckos. Uh, I'll upload the fish one whenever, and I'll probably be back doing a live stream sometime tomorrow. Uh, Whether I have school or not, I really don't have anything. That's not a work day for me, so I don't have too much to do other than that. I guess not ending the live stream. Superior Gecko is here, so yeah. I was just talking a bit about Repti Collab, a whole bunch of different stuff. Um, but Superior Gecko, what is going on? This live stream we named Blizzard live stream because up here in the Northeast it is in the negatives. Wind chill is like -10, -15, and it's like -2 or 3 or something like that. And it is only getting worse. So, wow, yeah. I haven't been. Don't trust like any specific temperature. I say those are all estimates because from what I've been hearing from a whole bunch of different people, here it's only 50. It's only 50 down south. That's really. I wish it's only 50 here. I'm gonna put the siphon away. I'll be back in less than a moment. But yeah, I wish it was 50 here. 60 below in Chicago, I win. 60 below, that's definitely record-breaking temperatures. Because here it's like, in my region, it's like record-breaking for like the past 20 years. So like, how are the fish tanks going? The fish tanks are all going well. Actually, my phone came off the charger, but it's at 19%. All fish tanks are going really well. As I said, I added the 6 Harlequin Rasboras to this tank, as I was telling you in the group chat. But it is going pretty well. The 6 Rasboras are doing really well. Same. Ponce Reptile Vlog, same. Got the 4 dwarf frogs in here. But yeah, it's a pretty full tank with 7 bettas, 7 female bettas. And the dwarf frogs. I might add the only things other I really think I might add. Nice, looks great. The superior gecko. I might add a Sami algae eater or 2, and maybe a small school of white clouds I might be able to get away with. But if I do that, I will have to do a whole lot more water changes. And the other thing, probably before I even do that, I'm going to take out all these fake plants and put a whole bunch of live plants in here because I really don't like the fake plants as much. I'm trying to switch, if I could, my whole room over from fake plants to live plants just because I'm starting to not like the look of fake plants. This tank, Gourami, Serpe Tetra, Bleeding Heart Tetra, all live plants in here, but just need to add probably a few more. Maybe in this corner. Superior Gecko, that's a modest name. But yeah, I might eventually end up taking the 2 blue Gouramis and the pearl Gourami, as well as maybe even the Serpe, down to the 36 gallon. This is a 29, so they'll get a slight upgrade. But that tank, as I said, we have been planning on making saltwater for a long time. So right now, they'll be in there for a little while temporarily until I have that tank up there set up. But the saltwater thing hasn't been happening in a long time, so it's unlikely to. If not, I'll have to make other accommodations for them and move them to some other tank. As I do have, I guess, the 40s available if I needed them. Down here, just the Razorbacks and a bunch of fake plants. That one I actually probably will end up be keeping a fake plant tank. But yeah, other than that, just have the guppy the betta breeders, female, male, male. Uh, guppies, and then the guppy stuff downstairs. Yeah, LOL. Yes, live plants are great. pH will be good in that tank. Dude, that gourami just stands out nicely. Yeah, that's what I really do like about the gouramis. Yeah, the blue. I used to have a gold one in here. Actually, the gold one unfortunately passed. But I had two. I got two blue gouramis and a gold gourami. This is a smaller blue gourami. The pearl gourami actually is my favorite. It's harder to see, but when they color up, they actually get like more of a reddish to them. Right now, it kind of looks not nearly as bright. But it'll start getting redder as it gets older, and that's the larger blue gourami. So yeah, I actually also did set up a tank a while ago that was we recently went through a gourami craze in my whole household. My father, I set up a tank for him that was a 20 long that he put 3 dwarf gouramis and 2 honey gouramis in. So it was a really cool gouramis. It's probably back maybe a month ago in videos. And it was a red honey gourami and a orange honey gourami. And then it was a orange dwarf gourami, uh, blue dwarf gourami, and a orange and blue striped dwarf gourami. So yeah, they're really cool fish. They're back in that one video. I think that's like a whole big pickup of fish I did. I've had some guppies with that. I think I got my feeders with that. A whole bunch of stuff. I think I even got the furnace down in that video. Um, but yeah, other than that, there's no fish currently downstairs other than stuff in Simon's tank. Simon's tank currently a mess because of an algae bloom. I left the light on a little too long. But I'm going to be doing a change on that tomorrow, and also cleaning my ball python tubs out tomorrow. Uh, but yeah, we were just talking about the. I'm not sure who's still here. Uh, it says one viewer, but I think since it said that both Superior Gecko and Ponce Reptile Vlogs, I think you both comment. I'm here, and okay, I'm not sure if Ponce is still here. But yeah, you say I'm here, I guess. Um, but yeah, we were just talking about the Repti collab. Upon creature keeping, if you do want to upload anything to it, we were talking about how you can do like a live stream on it. And me and Dion tried successfully. We kind of did have Dion was able to get it from his PC. So if he has um, it on the collab channel under that email on the PC, he's able to do it. Or I could do it the collab channel on my laptop that I recently got that still just needs some more like downloads because like Chrome's halfway downloaded on it. Man, in the far future for the Asian tank upgrade, all the way to Asian Arowana, LOL. Uh, I'll go back to that in 1 second. Asian Arowana are really cool. Okay. But yeah, we'll definitely try to do some type of live stream on there in the next week or so, next 2 weeks or so. I'm not quite sure when. We'll have to I'll probably after this, after I upload my one video on how to tell the difference in gender between leopard geckos, I'll probably, probably tomorrow, I guess, I'll text the group chat, just double check what's going on with that. But yeah, Ponce, definitely download the Google Hangouts. But yeah, Asian Arowana. The other day at work at the fish store, that's a discussion we were having. Was about just different massive fish. We were talking about pacu, arowana, arapaima, and like we started talking about. That's what I did. I started talking about arapaima. I was talking about like I started talking about arowana. I meant arapaima. Arapaima. I meant arowana. They sound like similar, but they have a similar build and they sound similar, but they're two different fish, uh, kind of from two different regions. Arapaima, South America, arowana. I do believe there are actually species in both Asia and in South America, actually, but really cool fish. But definitely a Arapaima or arowana in a 20-gallon long, not the best idea. uh, but yeah, but I think yeah, those were the I think the biggest animal we have in the store right now. We sometimes get like some really big picos, alligator gar. That's why you that's definitely why you upgrade. Yeah. Um, if I was gonna put uh, arowana, I don't think Bettas, Rasbora. I don't think that's an upgrade. I mean, it's kind of like that philosophy. If you take a boat and you sail it and you slowly remove all the different people, the passengers, all the different planks of the boat, and everything's removed, at what point is a different boat? I mean, at that point, you just need to get a whole new tank and uh, do the arowana in that. So that wouldn't be an upgrade. That'd be a new tank. But now I'm just joking around. Uh, but definitely, yeah, just getting humorous. I guess my humorous side is coming out. Just joking around on live stream. Yeah, you should see how well a betta holds up with a arowana. Just kidding. Don't try that. Yeah, definitely don't. And don't ever. I do want to add white clouds or something like that. And as I said, Java fern. I'll probably add a whole lot of Java fern. And I actually have a. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The Marimo ball in there in the South American tank with the Sorbet Tetra and Bleeding Heart Tetra. I actually might get a few of those and put up with the Asian tank. Um, and I'll probably add a few other plants. The Swiss, I forgot how to pronounce the one. Matthew suggested to me, um, but that one I'll probably end up adding. Uh, Let me get an animal out because I've been talking with camera for a good while with no animal out. So yeah, my melanistic leopard gecko. And as I said, all ball pythons are currently off limits because they all just ate today. And don't have the gloves from me, my uh, amphibians, so strictly turtles and geckos today. I like that gecko. Thanks. This is definitely one of my favorites here. She's my melanistic female. Guys, talking. I think I talked about her earlier, but she's actually my second. The gecko I've had the second longest, only by 20 days. I got her 20 days after my first gecko, who I still have that lives with her. But yeah, she does have a minor tail injury. She did lose her part of her tail, but it has regrown since then, and it's really nice. Uh, See, it doesn't. From if you look at it, uh, do you have crested geckos? No, I do not. Currently, I only have Leah's. As I was talking about earlier, I think I've mentioned this like 3 times. Uh, that whole wall right there, I may eventually put a shelf up there and have like exoterra tanks of some sort with like the opening glass doors or up on that wall. Or I might do converted 20-gallon longs or something a little bit bigger. I'll look into it, but definitely no time soon. I want to do one or two that are crested, or and one. I'll probably only be able to 3, maybe 4 up there. Uh, and also get dart frogs. Dart frogs I'll get to in a second. I'll probably do one or two that are known, probably with some tree frogs in with the anoles. But she's climbing up my arm. Dart frogs, I do have a tank I'm setting up for darts right here, and I'm gonna eventually be putting one right there. I have to find a place to move all my supplies in that, which in the past I've just kind of been putting between the two different shelves. Um, and the guppies will end up going downstairs, so I just moved that 6 quart. But yeah, this is the 2940 Eratis. And as I said, guys, please like to this video too, because I don't think this video has any likes yet. I think I've had a few different people watching it. No likes on this video yet, so remember to go hit the like button. Uh, but yeah, uh, how have okay? I just liked it. Okay, how have all your animals been? How have all your tanks and animals been? Superior Gecko. Okay, she's good. That's good. Uh, Good for the most part. Planning on recording the angelfish tank. Really cool. I definitely want to see that. What size tank is it? And how many angels? Just curious, because I've thought about angels in the past, possibly doing like a 55 redoing. Okay, I've thought about angels in the past because I really do like angelfish. I thought of maybe doing like angels in the very distant future, but currently couldn't really get angels at this moment. Um, is on my tanks. Definitely not the best idea. 50 gallon with 6 angels. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty reasonable. Cause yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing like a 55 with like 3 angels or so, um, 3 or 4 angels, um, and probably other fish, maybe some like rainbow fish or something else in there. Uh, Maybe even the gouramis. Um, if I maybe if it's like a 75, maybe even a few discus too, but definitely not. I don't wouldn't want to mix discus with angel. Um, but yeah, so yeah, probably if I would do discus, I probably wouldn't do angel at all and just make it an all discus tank. Because I really like both, but I do prefer it over angel. Originally, I bought 7 angels, but one died while I was driving home from the fish store. Uh, what type of angel? I definitely would like to see that redo because definitely there are a really lot of really cool strains of angelfish too. Um, I know at my fish store we have a few different strands. We don't have like too many. Discus we have a few really nice strands of discus, but we don't have too many strands of discus. So I'm not too familiar with different angelfish strands, but definitely I'll have to see that redo. I'll write that down on a note card too. Uh, Autumn angelfish, I believe they are. That's really cool. I've definitely never heard of that strand. But definitely really, really cool. I have to look into it. Actually, I'll put that on the same note card. The strand you said. Uh, but yeah, I have a whole lot of stuff I need to look into. The spider stuff, the different plants Matt recommended, or maybe just the regular freshwater angelfish. I can't remember. Really cool though. Either way, I'll have to see the redo. Uh, but I think you're the only person on the live stream. It said like 2 seconds ago. But I'm not too sure if that's like YouTube acting up because for a while it said like 0 and like. Hey man, I have to go. My internet connection is getting bad. See you later. Okay, Ponce Reptile Vlogs. We will see you later. Definitely download the Google Hangouts. Uh, and we'll talk to you on there a bit more. I got them like a few months ago. Really cool. But yeah, definitely take care. Ponce Reptile Vlog. Will do. Okay. And yeah, if you download it, it should immediately, I think, connect you to the group chat. I think Dion added you by email, so it should automatically sync to it. Uh, I got them like a few months ago. The Angels, really, really cool. Um, Eventually, what I have thought of doing is like a semi-aggressive tank as well. But that being the far future, and definitely would be that probably top shelf, maybe like a little 20-gallon semi-aggressive with like some black skirts, the Serpe, some other small semi-aggressive species, but the Angels would probably go in the 55 or 75 if I did that. But these are all just different plans. Uh, First thing I need to worry about are this and upgrading Miguel, as I said, to a 20 long. But yeah, Aradis Lucamelis, BP, and Simon stuff all comes first, and then maybe some of the Asian tank stuff. Oh yeah, I used to have 8 black skirt tetra in a 10-gallon with snails. Okay. I actually used to have 3 black skirt tetra back when I had my 26-gallon down in the basement active. We had, I don't think I've ever even discussed this on the channel, but we had, this is back like before I really even got into fish keeping. We had mollies, platies, that my mom liked. I like to get stuff like the Serpe tetra I really liked back then. I think we had longfin Serpes back then. We had like 4 of them. A bunch of like, probably usually had like 5 or 8 mollies at any time. Um, Platies, a bunch of platies. Phone's about to die, so I need to put it on the charger. Okay, it's charging. Uh, and we eventually, I think we added black skirted tetra. And like for a while, we didn't even know what was happening to fish. Like we just saw a bunch of fish cut up and dead. We had cut up and we found them deceased. Um, and like for a minute, we didn't even know what was happening for like a good few weeks because it's like fish by fish. We just kept finding them, and they kept popping up dead. So we eventually found out is the Serpe that were doing it, and we moved them out. And then I currently back then I had my room was completely different back then. I think that was one of my only tanks I had. My bed was actually right here, like right where the green thing is, and they were on. It might have been the same shelf at about that height, in a 20-gallon long. Um, and what I did with was I put them in there. Um, I had like 4 auto sinklets in there, the low filter, gravel. I think I had like black gravel in it. I had added a rainbow shark in there. And the rainbow shark, what it really did was it kept the black scourges in check. It would go up every once in a while, chase them all around. It seemed to be a pretty good dynamic. I thought about doing that up there for 20 long. The 20 long might be a little bit cramping for a rainbow. Long term, might just do it like temporary for the rainbow. Move the rainbow somewhere else. As I said, I might not do this and soon. It might be I might have a whole lot more space when I do this. If I do this, so yeah, 20 gallon for a rainbow fish. Some people would say 20 gallons minimum for them. Some people would say it's a little too tight. Um, not it's not really defined lines. Some people say it's okay. Some people say it's not. I honestly like to see them in like a 29. Honestly, maybe even a 40. But while they're younger, I think you definitely could get away for 20. So yeah, I meant not what I say. I said rainbow. I meant rainbow shark. I'm not sure if I said rainbow fish or rainbow shark. Sounds like a good tank. Yeah. See, and it lasted I think almost 2 years before like it was pretty successful. So that was I think back then the last time I had I guess a tank I really call semi aggressive. I guess this one too. I guess I consider semi aggressive in the Serpe. Um, have you ever had swordtails? Swordtails specifically, no. I've kept mollies, platies, endlers, guppies, and I've bred platies and guppies. Swordtails don't seem to be they aren't really too different from platies. But I have thought about doing swordtails in the future in my one tank as well. But I had to see on that. But swordtail is definitely a really cool fish. I think you said you have a few swordtails in your one tank as well, don't you? Uh, but yeah, I'm probably gonna cut the live stream pretty soon because at this point I am just kind of rambling on. It's been like almost 2 hours. My dad had a aquarium with swordtails in it. Really cool. I think back then what we had in that tank, we had neons, platies, guppies, mollies, the Serpe. The Serpe then actually weren't very aggressive Serpe. These Serpe that I've had recently have been a lot more aggressive. Back then, the Serpe really weren't nearly as aggressive, I guess. I don't know. These Serpe, I've kind of had the same issue with them. They've killed a few neons I've had before, so I really don't want to keep them with neons. Um, Sometimes Serpe are okay, sometimes they aren't. Uh, this is just a group that's really aggressive, so definitely don't want to chance it. Uh, but yeah, they do really well with the bleeding heart since they are the same size as the bleeding heart. They kind of do school with the bleeding heart a lot. And the gouramis do kind of, they don't really chase them around, but they don't really bother the gouramis because the gouramis are a lot bigger and stronger than them. But yeah, that is pretty much it, I guess, for the live stream. I might just cut it, I guess, even at 2 hours. Go on for another 10 minutes. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing another live stream tomorrow. I'll see. But I have that video I need to upload after this that I've said 1,000 times in this live stream. Because at this point, I'm just repeating stuff and repeating stuff and repeating stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I'll probably cut the live stream here. Okay, I'll try to watch it tomorrow then. Definitely take care.